Hey, everybody. How's it going tonight? I hope you guys can hear me. This is a topic of discussion every week. All right. Now, hopefully, you can hear me. If you're out there, say hi. And hi, Fred. Can you hear me? I think you can. It's showing that I'm live. I think you can hear me. So I can see that we got one person on our Facebook page and two on my personal page. So make sure you say hi, how are you, go to heck, whatever. And then if you're catching the replay, hashtag replay. So we'll give it a minute, get everybody here. The boys aren't home yet. They're still at football practice. So hopefully one of them, you can hear me. Good. Hopefully Jackson will be out of practice soon. And one of them will be here to press. Otherwise, Josh said sounds good so far. He's in the truck waiting for Jax. If I know anything about football practice, it never ends when it's supposed to. Right? Pretty much for every sport. Anyhow, we got someone on YouTube. That might be Josh. He usually tunes in on YouTube so that we can have all three areas monitored. I got to figure out how to hook... Hi, Cindy. I have to figure out how to hook up the tiki-taki. So we got the face crack, not the Instagram, and not tiki-taki, but we do have YouTube. All right, so it is a little warm in the attic. I did shut off the air conditioning, so if you see me sweating up here, that is why. However, in Buffalo, it's, I think, in the late high 60s right now. But we were on a heat wave all stinking week, almost 90 the one day, actually over 90 the one day. The real feel was close to 100. It's been crazy here. So it finally cooled off a little bit today. I'm keeping an eye on the weather because if you haven't been tuning in, oh, you're on the Craft Addict. Well, I don't know who's on YouTube then. Someone's on YouTube. It's been warm. Let's just put it that way. But if you've been watching and you're tuning in, you will know that this week is the Lockport Craft Show, and we will be. Hi, Suzanne. I know today's weather is perfect. It was so stinking hot the other day. I took Jackson swimming, and I was like, I'm not sitting outside for this. Hi, Mom. Mom, you got all your residents watching? Pull them up to the TV. We have to get them all their own Facebook accounts. Watch from their rooms. All right, so we're getting some folks here. Everybody's joining. And again, say hi so we know you're here. And as always, we like for you to participate. Let me turn off the phone. As always, we like everybody to participate and get involved because that's what makes the evening fun. And it's better than me talking to you guys, just talking to you. I know y'all like me to talk to you, but you know. Howdy, Kathy. Hi, Ma Griner. Suzanne, are you sitting on the porch watching? No, Mom said no. She doesn't have the seniors watching. Suzanne, because if you're on the porch, we're headed down there next week. We're coming to sit with you next week. Anyhow, today we're going to talk everything bougie car coasters. So most people, if you're anything like me, you get crumbs. Like, I know I stop for my coffee in the mornings when I used to go to the office, and I might have got a breakfast sandwich or used to feed the kids fries or whatever, and you get crumbs in the car, right? You have that late night mighty taco or a snack on the way to the beach. And where do those crumbs always go? In the car holder. I was now moved to back patio. I'm usually always on the porch, as you know. Right, you're usually on, and I wave. And then I holler out. Suzanne lives down the street from me, so then I holler out as I go by. But she's moving to the back today, switching things up. Adam's there. Hi, Adam. So, as most people, crumbs seem to always find their way to the cup holders in the car. So last week we were talking about these and I asked, what would you guys like to see? And Fred, you were the one that said, hey, let's do the car coasters. So pull them out. If you are here just to hang out, I'm glad you're here. I hope you grab a nice little glass of something, wine, pop, coffee, beer, hard liquor, whatever, shots. I don't care. We don't judge. And hopefully you're nice and cozy. So, and maybe grab a snack. So if you're here just to tune in and participate, he said, hey, welcome. If you're here because you like to find out how to make stuff or you'd like to see what goes into the things we make, we are happy you're here. So I try to find the balance between both, showing you how to make it and then also just kind of hanging out. So to make the car coasters, we need to have a few items. And one of those main items that we need are the coasters themselves, right? So these are the coasters. What is so important about these coasters? So you can get these in a couple different ways. You can get these in a Neprin material that is soft and flexible, kind of like, you know, your can koozies are Neprin. They're that material. They're good. They soak up some stuff. They're not bad. But they get dirty, right? And when they get dirty, you can throw them in the wash. But what happens when you throw Neprin in the wash, just like these, eventually they wear out. Yes, then that means once they're wore out, you're going to have to call me to get some more. And I'm not complaining about that, but I'd rather see you get your bigger bang for your buck. So I buy the ceramic coasters. They're ceramic. One side is nice and shiny, so you get a nice print, and the other side is porous, so it will suck up any liquid that falls into your car holder. This is the first time I bought this brand. The ones I normally get were sold out, so we're hoping that these work as well as mine ones normally do, but you're going to want some car coasters if you're making these. And again, the stone coasters are my preferable method. And what I also like about these ones, and you can get these with the notch or without the notch, I like the ones with the notch because when you're trying to get these up out of your car, it's easy to pull that and then try to like get a pencil in there or something and try to pull them up, where these you can just lift right out. So that's important. So we need these. These ones are 2.56 inches, and that is the perfect size for the car. These do come in smaller. They do come in bigger. This here seems to fit in all of them. Cup holders. Thank you. In your cup holder. I don't know why I was losing that. And then if you do your own sublimation prints or you buy them, you will need your sublimation prints. And I currently have some already printed out. And we'll come back and talk about these in a minute. And you will need to mirror the image if you are printing these yourself. As in anything, when you print sublimation, your image needs to be mirrored when you print it. Because once you put it down on your product, it's going to be the opposite direction. I know. Really? Who would have thought that's what mirroring was for, right? Anyhow, so you need to mirror your image. And then you're going to need your normal heat press. You're going to need some heat press, heat resistant tape. And then your usual butcher paper that we put down so we don't get ink all over our press. And also a lint roller, because dog fur happens, cat fur happens. So in anything that you make, when you make with sublimation or DTF, you should be rolling these. Do I always roll? No. Should I? Probably. I figured anything like this that's nice and flat and shiny, I can just kind of wipe off. But if it is fabric or it's the towels, like I showed you last week, we had pushed down, you would use the lint roller on those. And then the other thing is a great attitude because mistakes happen. So that's what we need to make this project. Any questions so far, stick them in the chat, or just, what you think you would like to see on these. You can put, again, anything you want on these. So I picked a few designs just so you guys can get an idea of the different things you can do. I did pick some pre-made designs, and because the 4th of July is coming up and it's summertime, I made this cute little 4th of July pattern. Isn't it adorable? Something different, right? Fall's coming up, so I did a cute sunflower, and I know like these are always so hard to see in the camera. I mean, if I bring them far away, you can see them. But anyhow, they're a cute little sunflower. And then I decided I miss my fur babies. So I decided I miss Corey. So I have a picture of Corey from when she was a tiny pup with Uncle Polly. And then I have a picture of Corey when she was an old lady. And these two are going to go in the front of my vehicle. Now, in my van, I have the little piece that folds out, pulls out. I have 2 cup holders, and then I have the middle piece with 2 cup holders, and then 2 in the back. So these ones are going to go in the front. Sorry, Jackson, baby girl comes first. But the ones right next to me, I'm going to go with my baby boy. And since I love both my boys, I picked a picture with both of them. Yes, this is from last fall, but this was a really cool day, and it was one that I like to remember because Jackson got to go to his first UB Bulls game and get to see Tyler Doty, his #1 UB Bulls player. So this was a really great day for our house, and this photo is one that I absolutely love of my boys. And then I got a picture of Jack, which will be so he can see it. He's got Tyler with him, so this is kind of like a nice little thing, personalized, right? Again, you can put anything on these. It doesn't have to be a personal photo. It doesn't have to be one of these. It could be a sunset. It could be a picture of a tree. It could be, I don't know, a buffalo from the Buffalo Bills logo. It could be anything. So write in the comments what you guys think would be really cool on one of these coasters, and maybe we can get one made. All right, so to make these, we need to do really nothing extravagant. You're just going to take one of your photos. I'm going to take my boys. You're going to lint roll. And this lint roller is so stinking strong. I have no clue what this one's made out of. It's made out of like Gorilla Glue or something. I don't know. Was it strong? Last week it was tearing my towels apart. It was taking the fuzz right off of them. I never had that happen before. So once you get your lint roller done. Hi, Shan, you're here. A little late, but we'll forgive you. 16 minutes, nothing major. Fashionably late. And then your print. And this is really self-explanatory. You're going to line, and of course, because I'm looking at it backwards, you're going to kind of set your curve where the curve is, and then you're going to tape it down. Now, I'm going to be a little bit more precise when I can see it from here. And then I'm going to get the strongest tape outside of the lint roller if you've ever come along. I do not know what they did to the tape that I buy. This tape is stronger than strong. Love it. But it can cause some trouble on the flags because it will leave residue on the flags. And this is so easy to do. Look at that, seconds. And seconds away from having, 2 minutes probably away, 4 minutes away from having my bougie car coaster with Jackson and Josh with my boys. So here we go. There's that one. I'm going to press, or I'm going to tape the other ones. So while I'm taping the other ones, tell me what you guys had for dinner while I'm taping these other ones down. It was hot here all week, so it was either grilling or sandwiches out of the fridge or run through somewhere. Tonight, we had leftovers from yesterday. So what did you guys have tonight? It was cooler today, so it was probably better to cook either inside or on the grill. It's better than it had been. We had leftovers. Last night I made gnocchi with, take seconds, gnocchi with Alfredo sauce. It's really good. And with Parmesan and mozzarella cheese on the top, fresh grated. And then you just opened your package of gnocchi, put it in the sauce, put it in the oven, air fryer, whatever, on the grill, in the pan, whatever you wanted, and put some cut up chicken on top of it. It was delicious. I have one that says, "Don't F up my truck." Josh would like to borrow that one. Here, this is how I'm dog linting. Mac and cheese. Ooh, was it homemade, Cindy? Wasn't homemade. I have a really good recipe for Instapot macaroni and cheese. I love my Instapot. Well, my crock pot too. Shannon, I think you've been up here a time or two when I've made the Instapot chicken Alfredo. That's good too. No, it was not homemade. Cindy, was it Bob Evans? Because if it was, you're my kind of gal. Because I like my Bob Evans too. I like my Bob Evans mashed potatoes too. They're so much easier. And if I didn't mention this, you want to put your image on the glossy, shiny, smooth side. You can get these without a glossy, smooth side and two sides of the stone. And nothing wrong with those. I just like the fact that you can get this really cool finish and they're vibrant. Hopefully these come out like my normal ones do. And I got 2 more to go. I got my baby girl. Baby girl. Made it to 19 years of marriage the other day. Josh has survived me. Nope, Stouffer's. Hey, Stouffer's macaroni and cheese is good, but I really, really like their vegetable lasagna. Barbecue ribs and Alfredo noodles. See, Fred, it's an Alfredo type of week. Side note on this one, I usually put there's no rhyme or reason to this, but I just do this. I put the little dip at the top. When I printed this one and I went to go print it, Uncle Paul's head was right in the middle of the dip. So I turned it sideways so that Uncle Paul wouldn't have his head cut off because I didn't want him to. You can print these as a full circle and then spin these any way you want. However, the template that I use has that divot because then I kind of know what it's going to look like for lining up purposes and stuff like that. Yeah, the vegetable lasagna is really good. Hey, Jack, you made it home.
Yeah.
How was practice?
Good, but you should warm those up before you press them on the press.
Well, I figured it was warm enough in the house.
Well, like you did with the ornaments, you should do it still. Be safe.
He is so right. But we're not going to, for sake of time. So if these crack, it'll be my fault.
And we can all just say I warned her.
And then Jackson, you can say, "See, Jackson, you were right."
Well, Dad said it first.
Dad said it first. Dad told you to remind me.
Okay, I was going to text it on his phone. And he said, "We're going to be home in a minute."
I take it Dad chose to stay downstairs.
Oh, he wasn't in yet.
Oh.
He won't be up here.
Dad was up here all evening with me while you were at practice.
Well, I'm up here to help press, so I seem to be up here.
Well, he doesn't need to be up here.
Exactly.
Jackson worked very hard all day today. Thank you. 19 years. I know. It just seems like it was yesterday, right? And then we got into a little disagreement. Has it been 19 years? Has it been nine? You know, he's like, no, it hasn't been 19 years. It's only been 18. I'm like, well, we got married in 2006. So that gives you 1 year away from 20. All right, I'm trying to read as we go. All right, so I got all of them taped. They're all ready to go. And now I'm going to give these to Jackson to press.
Oh, God.
Now, Jackson, I do believe we are going to have to increase that temperature to 400 degrees. And you're going to have to increase the time. Hold on, I got to get my handy dandy book out. I write everything down because I can't remember. I got the memory of a goldfish. Thank you, Heather. Our anniversary is the day after Aunt Darlene and Uncle Neil's, and I want to say they get married a while. They 40 years. Did they tell me 40 years? Hold on here. I gotta find my. These are cooking at. This is $3.85 for 7 minutes.
7? What the?
I know.
$3.85?
Actually, you can leave it at the temp it is in
400.
Okay. That's what I mean. Leave it at there in 240 seconds. 4 minutes.
Leave it at 400?
Mm-hmm. For 240 seconds.
240?
Mm-hmm.
So that's 4 minutes.
Yeah, 4 minutes.
You said 7.
Well, the 7's for the ceramic what are those things we put the pictures on?
Oh.
The memorial pictures. Anyhow. So these are 400 degrees for 240 seconds, which is 44 minutes. And as Jackson said, we normally do heat these up a little bit.
Leave it at 400?
Mm-hmm. So when we do the Christmas ornaments, these are the same measurements and whatnot that we use, temperature for the Christmas ornaments. But Christmas ornaments is usually in December. It's a little cooler up here, so we do warm up the ornaments before we press them because they will crack or they will not take the images as easily because they're cold.
Can you hand me my water?
These are a little warmer, so it's warmer up here, so it should be good. All right, so I'm going to give these to Jackson.
It's still got to warm up.
I know, you can probably just put them on in the meantime. But there you go.
I mean, they'd warm up.
Yeah, I think we'll be all right. There you go. All right, so those are all set and ready to go.
I hate charcoal water bottles.
Jackson said he doesn't like the charcoal water bottle.
No, because it takes over the water.
I love my charcoal water bottle. So Jackson's going to press those in a little bit. He is going to put butcher paper down on the bottom of the press. He's going to put them down on the press on top of the butcher paper with the paper up so that the coaster is facing down. The paper is up, so the paper is going to be right up against the top of the press. That is where your main heat source comes from, so that's going to be the hottest. And that's where we're going to want to see that paper, the print closest to the heat source. You will use a medium pressure on this. You do not want a very heavy pressure, very tight pressure from the press. Learn by experience, these will crack in half. And then all that work you just did out the door and a waste of money in product.
Can you help me with the pressure?
I already have the pressure done.
Oh.
So these are ready to go.
Where'd you only do 6?
The designs are nice and snug. They're taped on with the Gorilla Glue tape. I call it Gorilla Glue. And there are some folks who use repositionable spray glue instead of tape. I do not like the glue because to me it leaves like a funny residue. Some people say you can't even feel it. It's probably just in my head. I choose not to use it.
Give me that 6th one. Please.
So those are going to go for 4 minutes. So while those are going for 4 minutes, we're going to kind of see what you're all been up to. So Jackson, Ma Griner said, "Happy summer, Jax."
Yeah.
He's been home with Mom for officially a week now.
I'm tired of it already.
And he's tired of it already, he just said.
No, I'm just tired.
He's just tired. He said Grandma picks him up every morning. They go to the gym, and then he comes home. And Jackson's mornings look pretty much like today. He came home from the gym, and I have like the best kid you could ever possibly imagine.
When I want to be.
When he wants to be. He did a load of laundry. He did 2 loads of laundry today, right? He got it all done. He did dishes. Shannon's laughing. She's saying she knows you're wonderful. He said, 2 loads of laundry, dishes, emptied the dishwasher, refilled the dishwasher.
I didn't empty it.
You didn't empty it?
Oh, no, I did empty it.
Yeah, I thought you did. And then he came up here and he pressed the moons.
No, I didn't press them.
Or
I'm sorry. I pressed towels.
He pressed towels.
And 1/2 of a wind spinner.
And he did a wind spinner. He put the beads and stars on the wind spinners. So I know
if you move those,
a couple of you guys last week if we made more moons, and we did. We got them done, and let's show them to you because there's some different ones here. Also made a new fall flag because we're coming into fall. Designed this one this week and pressed it, and it's really vibrant. Can you see it?
And it's making a lot of noise.
It's making a lot of noise because behind it,
not that complicated,
are the jingly moons. Got lots of them. Jackson also had a phenomenal school year. I know Josh just sent a screenshot of his grades. However, I was already on here and I didn't get a chance to look at them. But if I'm correct, Jackson, did you have about a 97 average? That's what it was last time I looked at it.
I didn't have anything in the 80s.
He says he didn't have anything in the 80s.
I thought math was going to be in the 80s, math and Spanish.
So this is a new design that we made this week. This is different from the ones we had 2 weeks ago for the show. And I made the first one, and then I realized it was a little sideways. So then I reprinted it today to make the second one. And you can see how this one's kind of a little
better.
This one's, the trees are a little sideways. And then this one, they're straight. This is actually the Northern Lights. I grabbed a picture online of actual Northern Lights, which, was it last night you were supposed to be able to see them here? Dad said he got his report card today and it was 96.75 for the whole year. Pretty dang awesome. You want one of these moons? All right, Suzanne, you tell us which one you want. But I have these. You want this one? Okay, but hold on, I got more. So we got these ones. So that's the Northern Lights moon. And then I know that we had this one last week, and this is the liquid moon. And there's actually liquid when it moves. I shouldn't say actually liquid. It looks like liquid when it's moving. And I like that the little jewels on them. What the heck? Glimmer. So that's the same one. 2 of almost all of them. Then we had this one last week too, but I made sure this week or 2 weeks ago when I made it, we had the little sunbeam moon things showing on them. Oh, there's this one.
Where do you want me to put these?
Hi, Aunt Dawn. Hi, Dawn.
Do you want me to give these right to you, or what do you want to do?
Just put them off to the side. Kind of peek under one. And then this is,
put them off
again,
to the side where?
Here on this table. But look to see if they have to go longer.
I can't tell. Keep taking too damn well. No, they're all good.
And then there's this new one.
And this one.
There's this new moon.
Where do you want me to put them?
Is this moon? Just put them right here.
Okay.
And then there's this new moon.
You want to fall?
I decided we need something with flowers. And you can come see them and pick them up at the
Lockport Craft Show on Main Street, Saturday, Sunday. I don't know what time.
Jollier Jacks. He said Saturday, Sunday. Lockport Main Street. He doesn't know what time, but I do believe it's 10 to 4, 9 to 4. I don't even know because I got to be there early in the
I
morning.
think it's 10.
So this is the floral one.
Didn't mean to kick you guys.
We will take orders for moons, or you can stop on out at the craft show this weekend.
You got more?
I do plan on, if we do not sell all of these, no, we do not have more, Jax. If we do not sell all of these, we will have these ones up for grabs, but I already do have some more on order. Shannon, Mom, you want the Northern Lights. Jackson, write this down so that we can make more.
What material? I wish I was back at practice. We were actually having fun.
There you go. So, Mom Griner would like Northern Lights. Aunt Dawn, which one do you want? And Suzanne would like... Suzanne, did you say which one you want? You gotta tell me which one you want. Or stop down this weekend. And if we don't have it, we'll make it. This one here ended up being my favorite. Mom Griner, she wants the Northern Lights one.
I thought you said one for Shannon.
Shannon's mom.
What else?
Suzanne wants the liquid one.
The liquid?
Yep, she's going to stop on downtown this weekend.
Well,
and Aunt Dawn said congratulations. Anyhow, so this is my new favorite one. And this is a round photo, and it actually had a moon that went right with the flowers. So I pulled it out. And then, remember I showed you guys the dream catchers? Chose this wolf for the dream catcher. And then it has this little doojingy. I haven't got them together yet. That hangs down. And then it has the feathers that will hang down from it as well. So here's the feathers. So, and look, I hate that this camera doesn't show the greatest. Here. But I use the same pattern, and in the feathers are the flowers from the wolf. So I also have a fairy, a sun and a moon, and there's a fourth design. But these will be at the fair as well, the craft fair this weekend. There's those. And then, because everybody always wants them, we got the Bill's wind spinners.
Oh, we should make one of the new ones.
I do need to make one of the new ones. Are these real hot still? They're hot.
Well, they don't feel hot to me.
They're hot? Yeah, because you got gloves on.
I mean, they're a little hot, but... So you're just throwing them around now?
Can you give me a glove, please? Oh, my God. Ooh, wait till you see how these came out. Oh, I like these ones. I think I like these ones better than I like the ones that I normally get. Give me that. Thank you. All right. Again, Jax cooked these for us. They are... I'm a cooking slave. All they do is do the child labor. He says it's just free child labor. Shannon, are you writing it down? So this is the sunflower one for fall.
Hold on, you're going too quick.
Here are my boys.
I want you to do the one with Ty Doty.
You want me to do the one with Ty Doty?
You should do that entire sheet, but...
I did do the one entire sheet.
Is this? Oh, this is the one.
So there's the one with the boys.
Why did you print 2 sheets?
To show what they look like. Here is my old lady.
Oh, that's stupid.
And you know, because these are so glossy, and you can kind of see they're glossy, that's how clean they're going to easily clean up. And then I got my baby girl with Uncle Polly. And then I got the Call of Doty for Jack in the back seat. A Buffalo Bills moon, I do not, but we're always up for a challenge. So I'll put Jackson on trying to design one of those. So here are the coasters that we made. Yeah, Dawn, if you want it in a moon, we'll have to design it If you want a Buffalo Bills in a regular wind spinner, we got those. We already have those. Thank you, Shannon. So these are how they came out, and they're vibrant. I don't know if you can really see, and you can see the gloss on them, but they're pretty cool. So these will keep those French fry crumbs at bay, and you can just take these out, wipe them off, put them back in. Not a big deal, and they will soak up. I love when I go get my Starbucks, my iced caramel macchiato. They sweat, right? So then all that liquid sits in the bottom of my cup holder. This soaks that up a little bit, so it's not as bad. So what do you guys think? These cool? Not cool? You're not going to hurt my feelings? What do you think about these? Who needs the fall one to bougie up their vehicle for fall? Who needs a Buffalo Bills one? I know someone needs a Buffalo Bills one. All right. So those are what we can make. If anybody wants some of these customized and you don't do your own sublimation or DTF, let me know. Just text me, message me, pigeon message me. I don't care what you do. We'll get it made. Jackson's home all summer, and we know that I have no problem with teenage working. Bill's good character. So, you just see the look I'm getting.
I'm about to just go down.
Aunt Shannon says she needs a new Duke one. Shannon, add that to our list because Jackson stopped taking notes.
You would have me do 1,000 different things.
We can probably figure out how to do a Buffalo Bills one on the moon somehow, some way. Aunt Shannon says she has lots of projects she needs you to do too. He's out. He's running down the stairs. He said, I'm out of here. Who else needs him? Suzanne, you need me to send him down to cut the grass? I'll send him down there too. He said, just stop. Oh, anyhow, so those are the coasters. I didn't want to go too long because I know you all get sick of listening to me. But that's what we got. So let me know what you guys thought of these in the comments. I do not have a patriotic moon yet. However, that is actually on my list of things to try to make for next week. I know I'm a little late, but we didn't even know if we were going to like the moons. We didn't even know if we were going to like them. And we didn't know anybody would like them. We took them to the craft show 2 weeks ago now, the Dragon Boat race, and they were the first things we sold. Shannon and I weren't even sure if they would sell. They went, and actually we had a lady stand there, and she's like, I can't decide. I'll take one of each. So we sold 2 in the first, literally 5 minutes we were open. So let us know what you guys think, and then if you want moons, let us know. I will be getting more moons in middle of next week, and then we can add those up. Or design those up and let you guys know. But if you stop down over the weekend, you can pick up any of the ones you want. I have been told, and I'm refusing to watch the weather, but I am told Saturday is going to be the nicer of the 2 days. I have a really nice sunset pick. Could you use it on the moon? Yeah, we can use it on the moon. We just have to like position it around just right. Okay, Aunt Dawn, we'll get those. We'll have to make those up for you. We'll get those made. And Dawn, if Stanley is sitting next to you, tell him congratulations. My best Stanley retired today. Yippee! And I have lots of work for him to do too if he needs something to do. No, I got work for everybody. Work for any of you on the phone and live. All right, so tell me what you guys in the comments. I'm not going to give you suggestions. I want to know what you want to see us make next week. I cannot wait to be here to tell you how great this weekend was. We will have Bill's car coasters. I just got these ones in, and those will be up on our Facebook page by the end of next week, if not even sooner. Like I said, I just had to get them in. All right, thanks, Ma. Also, Ma Greiner, Shannon, are you coming out Sunday? Are you coming out Sunday? Yay, nay, maybe so. Go to hell. If you are, Mom, I will send Shannon home with your pillow. If not, I will drive it out to you myself on Monday. Or I'll send Jack on his bike. All right. Possibly. No big deal. If you don't, it's okay. I have no problem coming out to see Mom. It gives me an excuse to head into Akron and get a guy's sub or, a chicken wing from the filler. Or 2 or 6. Aunt Dawn will probably ride along with me if she wants. All right. So in the comments, #replay if you're catching this on the replay, what your favorite coaster was that I made tonight, and ideas for more coasters, and or what you would like to see us do next week. And until then, happy crafting. Bye, guys.